Tape Deck Media.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Panel Picks, the show where we talk about new comic book day, pop culture news, and everything in between. I'm your host, Dan Bubich Jr., and with me, as always, is our co-host, Jeremy Plum. How's it going, Jeremy?
It's going great.
Fantastic. Always good to hear that.
Yeah.
Got some fun stuff, I think, planned for today.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think so. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're introducing a new segment. I don't have a bumper for the new segment, but we do have a new segment.
Yep.
I didn't have time to make a new bumper, but we're introducing a new segment, which will be cool. And then there's a lot of fantastic things coming
There's
out.
Some good comics.
Week.
There's some good stuff.
New comic book day is going to be pretty rad.
It is.
Well, it's always rad because it's new comic book day, and it would be nothing less, right? Well, before we get into all that, we have an announcement to make, and that is that we do appreciate everybody that's been listening to and watching Panel Picks and supporting us along the way. But Jeremy and I have decided we hate each other and we don't want to work together. No, I'm just kidding. Lies. Just kidding. Lies. Gotcha. No, what we did decide is that we need to take a little bit of a break for the summer, a little hiatus, because our schedules are getting very busy. Jeremy's been doing a lot of comedy stuff. He's also trying to get things lined up because he's, eventually, hopefully sooner than later, wanting to move to Chicago, which would be great. Yeah. And my schedule really got busy because I booked some really big gigs that are going to require me to do some international travel. And and then I have a comedy festival that I produce coming up at the beginning of August. And so we're pretty busy. So for the next couple of months, so we decided to take a little bit of a hiatus. Don't worry, we're not quitting the podcast altogether. It is just a hiatus. We just feel like we haven't had enough time to devote to make this what it should be or what it could be. I mean, it's still great. It's great, but it could be a lot better if we had more time and energy to focus on it. But right now, we don't have that time. So or energy, because it's got to be focused elsewhere. And you have to prioritize things in your life sometimes. So and that's where we're at right now. So that's the big announcement. Again, don't worry, we'll be back.
Yeah,
we'll be back. We'll be back in probably beginning of September, maybe August. But we'll keep everybody posted, and that's why to stay up to date. Make sure you're following us on the social medias, Panel Picks Pod. And if you haven't already, subscribe to that YouTube channel because you never know when we're going to drop a new episode.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll sporadically do episodes throughout the summer if we have the time to do it. We'll see. But like I said, right now we're just going to take a little break, be a little more sporadic with our episodes until the fall. Till we can, once Jeremy gets moved and I get, my gigs and stuff handled and figured out.
You're more domesticated.
I'll be more domesticated.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not on international waters.
Exactly. God knows what you'll do.
Right? Oh, who knows? That's the big announcement. But we have a really fun episode planned today because, like I said, we're introducing a new segment just in time to go on hiatus. But when we come back, it'll still be a fun new segment. And I'll have a bumper ready for it. But the new segment, you want to give me a little drum roll?
What about
Has nobody ever taught you to do a drum roll?
Oh,
there we go. Boom.
Hey.
Comic books in the movies. That's the new segment. Yes. And there are a lot of them. But on today's episode, we are going to talk about one specific movie that it's still a little ways out from probably being released. I don't remember the exact release date. Jeremy probably.
I think it's about next year, actually. It's around the same time as, it's like a month after, no, it's a couple of weeks after the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, I thought it was 2025. And that movie, if you haven't guessed by now, is Superman.
Yes.
Yeah, and there have been some sneak peeks dropping on the internet, and that's what we're talking about today. Some of these pictures are looking pretty good.
It's fair warning. There is no spoilers here. It is just the two main characters you know are gonna be in the movie.
That's right. That's
And there's
right.
a lot of spoiler images, and I've made sure not only to get these three photos.
Yeah, we could have spoiled it, but we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's no fun. But yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff. Superman, I kind of like the old, like how they're doing a good job of making him look like the old 80s Superman,
Yeah,
which I
there's
kind of think that's kind of the idea.
yeah, and I'm really liking. There's a couple of things like I've seen a few
I mean, with the
photos
suit at least.
with the suit, yeah, like and the Kingdom Come emblem, like the. But then also there's a little collar on his suit that's a little new, and that's kind of fun. I like it. But yeah, this is one of my favorite suits in a long time. Like those are shorts up front. That is front and center.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some good stuff. I mean, what are your thoughts on this movie? Are
I
you excited? Not
I've not
bothered? Don't care?
see I've not been excited for a movie, like for a superhero movie in a very long time. Like I get excited when I see it. I go, "Wow, that's really cool" when I'm there.
Yep.
But I was a part of the Green Lantern hype train before I saw the movie. I've I used to watch X-Men movies before they came, like, front and center. I went to The Hobbit day one. I've been disappointed. And it's easy to just go in now, this is a movie I want to see, and be happy. I've heard there's a lot of characters in this movie. I'm really excited. I like James Gunn as a director. I love Superman. So I'm excited for all that. But
Nice. A lot of people seem excited too.
a lot of people seem excited. I am more excited to see anything from Fantastic Four.
Yeah. No, well, that should be going. They haven't made a good Fantastic Four in a
No,
hot minute. So
ever.
it'll be interesting to see. Oh, ever. Oh, man. Hot take. Jeremy's
There's
coming in with
not
a
a good
hot take.
Fantastic Four movie.
Okay.
Maybe
I mean,
94's Corman, but I've never seen it.
I don't know. I thought one of the first
Yeah,
one with Jessica Alba and that crew was fine. I guess I
fine.
wouldn't say it was great, but I don't think it was terrible.
Okay,
Not compared to some of the others that came out. And
fair.
not to compare to some of the other comic book movies in general.
No, no, and that's really where that's the issue. It's like it's not comparable to anything else you'd rather watch.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm most excited about the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie that's coming
Yes.
out next month.
Are
So,
you seeing
with,
that?
oh, I'm absolutely going to see that. I'm
Same.
supposed to go to the theater with some friends, but one of my bookings that I just got is going to take priority, and I probably
Yeah.
won't get to go. We were going to go on opening night, but that's the day I have to leave for my gig. So
Yeah.
I probably won't get to see it that right when it comes out, but I will be going to the theater to see this movie. And if you
Yeah.
know anything about me, you know that I am not a big on going to the theater to watch movies. So
Why is that?
because I like the convenience of pausing a movie, going to the bathroom, or if a movie's 3 hours long, I don't have to watch it in one sitting. Or
That's
if
fair.
you pay for a movie, you're not going to get up and leave, unless it's a terrible movie. But
Yeah, fair. Okay.
yeah,
I see
so
that.
I like the convenience of watching stuff at home. That's really all it is. And I come from the school or the camp of a good movie should only be about an hour and a half, just like a good comedy show. If you
Should
get
be an
past that,
hour.
be an hour and a half. After that, you're looking at just making a part two, and especially now, like so many directors and filmmakers have been taking that liberty of like making these 3-4 hour long movies, and it's like that's two parts. Just break it up,
Yeah.
break
Fair.
it up into two parts.
I give 2 hours. Like once it's over 2 hours, I go like, oh, I can check out.
And I can handle a movie that's 2 hours as long
That's
as
just
it's not every movie. But for me, yeah,
yeah. No, that's
Prime
fair.
is about an hour and a half to hour 45 minutes, just like a comedy show.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, well, that's been comic books in the movies. Let's
Woohoo.
get into new comic book day, shall we? And what is new this week?
What is new?
What is new? There's all kinds of stuff coming out. Obviously, you have the usual suspects. There's always the usual suspects. Your DC, Marvel titles. A lot of
Yeah.
Blood Hunt I saw coming out this
A lot
week.
of Blood Hunt.
Lot of Blood Hunt. Lot of Blood Hunt. blood hunt
Yeah.
this, blood hunt that, yada yada yada. I just want to
Yep.
pull up my little app real quick so I have this in front of me. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff.
Yep.
But let's get into this first pick. I believe is yours, and
Yep.
I had to double check this because I thought this was the same pick you had last week.
No, and isn't that the problem with summer crossovers? No.
Yeah, it looked very similar to the
It
cover
looks
and
almost
everything.
exactly the same.
It does.
Um, no, again, this is their crossover that's leading into their big new universe. I'm
Yeah.
interested.
What are you? Why are you excited about
One, I
this?
like Dan
Is it
Moria's art.
okay?
Like Dan Moria's art is back in the 80s we had George Perez, and he basically wrote the style guide. So when you saw Batman on a cup, it was basically that was O'Neill's. That was O'Neill's art, but still, like that premiere, like when you think of Batman, it is this artist. When I think of Superman and Batman, it's Dan Moria's art now. Like that is the pinnacle, that is the standard that they should be based off of now, type of art. And I like that. Um it's Wade, it's Mark Wade, and I like his work. The beginning of this shows a Superman that gets shot and he feels it, and I'm want to see some shakeups, and also this is one of the very few summer crossovers that I've read the pre-homework for. So that's it.
You're ready for it. I
I'm
love
ready.
it. No, that's great. I love this for you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be getting into this.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
obviously not for me.
Yeah.
But hey, more power to anybody who's all excited about this. I'm excited for you. Happy you're having a big summer event.
Ooh,
This next pick is a pick that I thought was really cool. It's
I
all
almost
the
picked this up
things
too. Yeah.
we didn't do last night. And the reason I'm excited about this is one, it's the same writer, author that wrote Crave, which was a book I just
Yep.
finished, which was really good. Really enjoyed Crave. But this, it's a one shot, but it was originally it's a 3-part story that was previously published in Image's 30th anniversary anthology, and
Yep.
so now this is the first time they're putting it as its own book, and it's a one shot, so you can never go wrong with a one shot.
Oh, so it just collects everything in one.
Yeah, there's just three
Oh,
parts
okay.
to the story, and it's all in this book. So this is
Oh,
just a one
awesome.
shot, and the
Nice.
art looks very similar to the art from Crave. Um, so it looks, like I said, I'm a pretty big fan of that author because Crave was really good, and a one shot that's only $3.99.
That's pretty
Come
good.
on, come
Yeah.
on, right?
That's
You
a
can't
really
go wrong.
good 32
Yeah,
pages.
yep, 32 pages,
Yeah.
but still, you're going to get
Pretty
the whole
good.
story in that one in one book, and that's another thing that I really like is when you can get the whole story,
Yeah.
get it concluded right away.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on to the next pick, which is your pick, the Human Fly. I looked at this, I was like, this looks interesting.
It does, right? And maybe this here's the thing. I'm hoping it's going to be good. But I'm also just kind of curious from a historical standpoint cuz he is technically a Marvel hero from way back, but he's based off a real guy. And Simpsons fans also know that they made a parody of him called The Human Fly. It was a guy that used to scale buildings. That's it. Like he was a real daredevil, and they decided to make comics off of him. And here's a looks to be a standalone story, and then the back half of this book is filled with trivia and like important information based off this guy's life. Like,
Oh, that's interesting. It kind of
right?
looked like there's another book coming out this week that I saw because I had to do a double take because it kind of looks similar to the artwork looks similar, the
Yeah.
cover looks similar, and I'm trying to figure out. I don't see it now, but
If it's a swipe or not.
yeah, I don't see it
Yeah.
in here. But there was one that it looked similar to this, but it had a whole different title. But
Got
it's
it.
not coming up right now. I can't find it, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, this does look like a fun. I do like the art on that.
Yeah.
Um, I do like that cover, especially how that beam is coming down on him.
Yeah, I like the motion here. I'm interested. If anything, again for historical purposes, I want to keep this one.
Like it.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to the next one, which is my pick. and that is The Life of Wolverine. This looks super interesting because this is going to be all kinds of different stories, essentially, but it's Logan's life story in
Hey.
one book for the first time in chronological order.
Oh.
That's the other thing. It's in chronological order for the first time, and I'm pretty excited about that. In this story, Wolverine has been mind wiped, manipulated, and given false memories so many times that what the truth is what he has figure out. So
Nice.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's a journey into his own past. So he's going to be taking a journey into his own past, and they're and to me, I think that that's going to be a lot of fun. I like the cover. How all these different characters who obviously from different parts of his life along the way. So it'll be interesting because
I'm
it's
interested.
covering everything from comrade like stuff with Captain America, Sabretooth,
Yeah.
Weapon X, X-Men. Like it's all over. So this is going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
40 pages, price point $4.99,
That's
which
not bad.
it's not bad. I
It's
am
not
kind of
bad.
getting sick of those books though that are $5, but that's
Yeah,
just
but
me.
at
I'll
least
still
this
pay
is a
them.
double issue. Like that at least
Yes,
is like
you
all
are
right.
getting. Yeah, it is a 40-page issue, so there's
Yeah.
that. All right, next up is another pick
This is
from me.
beautiful.
I know this. The cover is really what caught my attention
Yeah.
because it is a very beautiful. Just the artwork. Just it's kind of simple but very like it's hard to describe. It's very eye catching because it has a great contrast between the black and white and the color
Yeah.
to me. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Another thing, and when I went to, when the cover caught my attention, and then I went to see what it was all about, and I like the idea of this. So this is another anthology. So this is a bunch of different stories. There's looks like about four different stories in there, but it's kind of it's an odyssey through the expansive landscapes of science fiction, intricately entwined with supernatural and interwoven with the strands of fantasy. So it's a little bit of everything. I'm excited to see what the art looks
I'm
like
in.
inside, but
Yeah.
I really like the cover of this. If anything, I might just this might be a book that I might just pick up the first issue just to get the cover
Yeah,
because
fair.
it does look really good. So, and then the final pick of this
Hey,
week is
hey.
your pick, which is
Um
Toxic Summer #2.
I didn't even see that the first one came out, and I I've read a few books that are like harken back to 80s summer horror movies, and this feels right up that alley. Um, and it looks like it's from the writer of Jughead, and that's been pretty good. It looks like a fun, easy breezy kind of
Mm-hmm.
horror-y book. I'm into that. That's kind of what I want. Those
The
are the books
artwork's
that
pretty cute too.
it is, right? Like that's what I want. I don't know about you, but there are times where I'll just pick up a graphic novel because I know it's a one-off,
Mm-hmm.
and I get swept away in just a tiny little world, tiny little pocket, and this is what I'm hoping it is.
Nice,
So
yeah.
yeah,
You can never go wrong with just a little escape.
yeah,
Get in your nice little comfortable chair and get all comfy. Get those stack of books and start reading.
yep.
Which that's something I need to do.
I
A
hear
lot
ya.
more of that. Well, that's our picks. As always, we love to hear your picks. You can email us at panelpicks@gmail.com. Tag us on social media. We'd love to hear what you're excited about. We also have, obviously there's honorable mentions. We already talked about a lot of the Blood Hunt stuff coming out this week.
So much blood hunt.
You got some 2099 coming out from Marvel. Um, Obviously, you got a bunch of different Batman stuff. Another Bear Pirate Viking Queen is coming out this week.
Radiant
Um,
black.
yep. Some Deadpool. There's the Dirt Witch, number one.
Scarlet. I'm surprised you didn't put Scarlet in here.
On mine, I know I haven't read the first one yet, so I
Got
was
it.
like, I don't know if I'm excited about it yet.
Fair, fair, fair. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, what's the
Because I
news on
did,
Scarlet?
I saw it and I was like, oh.
And
And hopefully, when we come back, and then hopefully I'll be caught up
I
reading.
also heard that they're releasing a new GI Joe #1.
Oh, really? Yeah, I did not see
So
that. I'll have to look at that.
yeah,
You got Fame, Mike Tyson #1 coming
I
out.
saw that.
Free Agents #1 was another one that looked pretty interesting. I was kind of curious about that one as well. But yeah, there's a lot of #1s coming out this week too.
Yeah,
Like I said, a lot of
Annihilation
number
2099
ones.
looks fun. Yeah,
Yep. And you can never go wrong with a 2099. A lot of that stuff was always fun. Another one
yeah,
that looks fun is Sex, Drugs, and Comics
I
number
saw
one.
that.
That looks fun
Yeah,
as well. Um, I don't know that I'll pick it up, but I'll definitely check it out. You got some Sonic the Hedgehog, Space
yep,
Ghost,
yep.
yeah, Boy Wonder, Holy Roller, which is one that I'm excited about. That's the one that Andy
Andy Sam.
Samberg writes. Yep. Another Valiance is coming out. Of course, you got some Walking Dead. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. More Wolverine. There's quite a bit of Wolverine actually. As you
Makes
got deep,
sense.
you also got so you have the Life of Wolverine #1, Wolverine Deep Cut #1. Yeah, obviously in the next
Yeah,
month. That's the other thing. The next month, or the next few weeks actually, because it is July already.
yeah.
We're gonna see a lot of Wolverine. We're gonna see a lot of Deadpool. I think being
Mm-hmm.
pushed right now for the next month or so, especially with the Deadpool movie coming out.
Yep.
It's gonna be quite the thing. And if you're into annuals, there's a new annual, Amazing Spider-Man annual #1 comes
Yep.
out this week as well. Of course, you got all your variants and so on and so forth. So
There is
yeah, a lot of fun
one.
stuff.
I'm not a variant guy ever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll go out of my way to avoid a variant. But coming up is uh, a list of 10 Godzilla versus the Marvel universe
Oh
variants.
wow!
So
To me, yeah,
I'm
that seems like so many, but
yeah,
and I'm a guy that I will do a variant, but not because it's a variant. If it's a cool variant and it's not like super spendy, I will
yeah,
sometimes get the variant. But I'm not doing it because it's variant and I think it's going to be worth more. I do it because I like the art.
yeah. I will pick up those 10 books not because I think it's gonna be worth anything. Uh,
Ha
I like Godzilla a
Obviously,
lot.
you like it a lot if you're going to buy all of them. So,
I'm gonna try.
oh, that's so great. Well, that's going to do it for this episode before we take our summer break. Again, thank you for all the people who watch and listen to the podcast. We really do appreciate it. You can definitely still help us out by spreading the word. If you have your comic book friends, make sure you tell them that you listen to this awesome or watch this awesome show about New Comic Book Day. Try to get them to support the show. And yeah, that's all I got. You can find out where I'm going to be live at debubcomedy.com. And then all my socials are debubcomedy. Jeremy, Plum _Jeremy.
That's everything. Yeah, for me.
Yeah, everything for Jeremy. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week. And as always, remember, keep supporting your local comic book shops.
This has been a Tape Deck Media production. Thank you for listening.